Okay, so you found it. The kitchen is everything you wanted. The layout makes sense for your life. The backyard, yes, it works. You can see yourself there. You see the furniture, your mornings, your people. And if I'm being honest with you, you've already moved in. So in your head, you're decorating already. But then again, you know that something keeps tapping you on the shoulder. It's not loud, it's not screaming at you, it's just there. And you're trying to push past whatever it is because you don't want to start over and you don't want to lose this one. And I get it, I do. But let me talk to you the way I would if we were on the phone right now. If something in you pauses, you pause. The most expensive mistakes I've seen buyers make didn't happen because they didn't have enough information. They happened because they had a feeling and they talked themselves out of it. So today we're not talking about fear because fear just says don't do it. We're talking about discernment says look closer, and there's a difference, and yes, it matters. And if you've been watching my videos, you know I'm big on preparation. I want your numbers solid. I want your inspection done properly. I want your non-negotiables clear before you ever fall in love with a house. But here's what doesn't get said enough. You can be completely prepared and still ignore what's right in front of you. Discernment isn't dramatic. It's not a vibe or a feeling that you can't explain. It's a pattern recognition. It's your brain logging information before your mouth has words for it. So that smell that you couldn't quite place, that technically answered your question, but didn't really answer it. And that shift in energy when you asked about repairs, instead of stopping to examine it, you explained it away. And that's where buyers get into trouble. So the question isn't, am I overthinking this? The question is, what is asking to be looked at again? And I want to be clear, I'm not talking about cosmetic things, not, I don't love this towel, I wish the cabinets were white. I'm talking about actual red flags, the kind that cost you money and peace if you miss them. So here are the red flags. Number one, evasive answers. If you ask a direct question and you get a wandering answer, I want you to notice that. Water damage, roof age, foundation history, prior insurance claims, those are not casual questions. A well-maintained home with nothing to hide has clear answers. So if someone starts circling instead of answering, that's information too. What isn't disclosed will cost you more than what it is. Number two, patterns of neglect. I don't care about outdated. Outdated is cosmetic. Outdated means that they had taste from 2003 and never updated it. And that's fine, but neglect is different. Neglect is expensive. Cracks that were never addressed, systems that are clearly past their useful life, visible wear that someone chose to leave. Maintenance is a mindset. And if visible things are ignored, please don't assume that the hidden things were handled. You're not just buying what you see, you're buying how this home was cared for. And number three, location issues you're minimizing. So you're not just buying a house, you're buying the environment around the house. So noise level, traffic patterns, the way your neighbors maintain their properties, any future construction nearby. If you stood outside the house and felt something a little chaotic and unsettled, believe it. You can change flooring, you can repaint walls, you cannot change the street that you live on. And number four, the pressure to rush. If anyone, and I mean anyone, is pressuring you to waive an inspection, skip due diligence, or just move fast before it's gone, stop. A strong property survives scrutiny. A strong deal holds up when you look at it closely. And if the deal only works when you don't ask questions, that's not a strong deal at all. And I'll say it plainly, excitement is not a strategy. And number five, the feeling you keep having to justify. Now, this is one I want you to sit with. Everything technically checks out. The numbers work, the inspection came back okay, and on paper, this house makes sense. But if you're still in the convincing yourself stage of the process, it's probably fine, is what you'll say. We can deal with that later. Or maybe I'm being a little bit too picky. Let me tell you something. If you have to talk yourself into peace, then you don't have peace at all. And I don't want you signing any documents on something that you had to convince yourself to feel good about. Know that walking away is a power move. Let me say something to you that most people in this industry will not say once again. Walking away is powerful. It means that you are not desperate. It means that you are not so attached to this outcome that you'll compromise your own judgment to make it work. And it means that you trust, actually trust, that another opportunity is coming. There will always be another house. There will not always be another chance to undo a rush decision. And I would rather you walk away from a house than walk into a problem. So here's the truth in love. A perfect house that costs you your peace is not perfect. Ignoring red flags doesn't make you optimistic, it makes you responsible for what comes next. Use your data, absolutely, that's what it's there for. But do not, and I mean do not, override your discernment just because you're excited about a house. That's how you protect your money, and that's how you protect your peace. And that's how you move wisely, not emotionally. And if this hits different for you, or if you're actually in the middle of a decision like this right now, drop your question in the comments, because guess what? I do read those. And if you know someone who needs to hear this before they sign something they'll regret, send it to them. That's why I make these videos. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.